The July 10th, 2007 regular meeting of the Hawthorne City Council, Community Redevelopment Agency, Parking Authority, and Housing Authority are called to order jointly and concurrently with all members present. Pat Feldman Donaldson, Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce President, will give the invocation tonight and will be led in the Pledge of Allegiance by Officer Galindo. Will everyone please stand?
Shall we bow our heads? Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we are thankful that we are able to gather here this evening. Lord, I ask that you bless the city of Hawthorne, bless our chief, our police department, our mayor, and our city council, and all the residents here. We thank you for everything that you've done for this city and everything that you're going to do for it. In your name we pray. Amen.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to call Larry Bender to the podium. We're really proud of these young people directed under Larry Bender. They received the 2007 SCAN Notia Star Awards for their TV productions from the Hawthorne Parade and a lot of other great series that they've had on Hawthorne Cable. Larry?
Yes, good evening, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. Hawthorne Community Television now is celebrating its 23rd year of existence. We made our debut in the summer of 1984, the same time as the LA Summer Olympics. The station was actually put on the air by two Cal State University Dominguez Hills interns, Jeff Calloway and Doug Black, and they were soon joined by another group of 4 students from Cal State also. The very first program to air was Painting in the Park, put together by Recreation and Fine Arts Commissioner Beth Borland. There was a bunch of paintings that were put on in Memorial Park near the trees there, and very effective. Since 1984, we have televised more than 500 city council meetings and countless hours of community programming, including high school sports, the best programs and events of the Hawthorne School District, Centinela Valley Union High School District, Weisburn School District, and El Camino College. We've covered airfares, car shows, Italian festivals, fundraising events for the American Liver, American Cancer, and American Diabetes Associations, special programs for nonprofit organizations like the Richstone Family Center and Monita Gardens. We've actually had a couple of celebrities, Edward James Olmos, Magic Johnson, and even Shaquille O'Neal actually endorsed the channel, and we put those on every so often. Since 1985, our station has earned numerous video production awards in local, regional, and national competitions. And if you ever get a chance to visit us in the basement in our production office, you'll see the shelves are pretty full and bulging with past awards. Twice a year, we actually get to test and measure ourselves with cities in California, Nevada, and eventually all across the country. We compete with cities that have the same size cable television production budgets as we do, and occasionally we go into open competition playing with the larger guys such as the city of Los Angeles and Tucson. I'm happy to report to you 2007 has really been an extraordinary year of achievement for the city of Hawthorne's Channel 22 Hawthorne Community Television. Our first competition was the Southern California and Nevada chapter NATOA Awards, Star Awards, which were held in May. And Mayor Guidi, I think you alluded to those at the beginning of the presentation. And this year we actually were very proud to say that we won 3 first place awards and 4 second place awards. And you have a list up there. I don't know if you want to go into it, where it says Part 1.
Mm-hmm. The ones that are circled, right?
Mm-hmm. And particularly important for us, this is the first time that we have ever won the awards for overall excellence. And we've always felt we could do that, but we always never had the time to take the time out of our schedule to put together 10 different programs. And this year, we did win that. Our second big programming competition comes up, came in June, and we actually will find out the results in October or September in Portland at our national convention, and we have five programs that are in the finals there. And I think, Mayor Guidi, you may have part 2 there, if you wanted to just mention those.
Sure. I think what I'd like to do is ask your team
Okay,
to come right on up here, and
that'll be fine.
we'd like to show them off. But like the community event under 400,000, we took first place for the 2006 Hometown Holiday Parade. And then documentary profile, we took first place on Sports Corner profile of Lusinger High School basketball star Russell Westbrook, now playing for UCLA. And then overall excellence under 250,000. This was 10 different types of programming. Hawthorne Community Television took first place. We beat the cities of Cerritos and Carlsbad. This is our team here.
And what I'd like to do, Your Honor, if I can, is ask our 2 full-time employees, Chris Lay, to step forward as our production coordinator, and also Debbie Shantos, who is our senior editor. And basically, they are in charge of the day-to-day operation of the station. Chris actually schedules all of the shoots that we do, helps to work on the bulletin board and coordinates all the activities in the office, and Debbie is the one who does the magic and makes the programs appear on the television screen for you. So I'd like to ask Debbie and Chris if they would be kind enough to introduce some of our staff tonight. Thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, council and citizens of Hawthorne. My name is Chris Lay. As Larry said, I'm the production coordinator at Hawthorne Cable Television. I've served in that role for about 5 years now, and I'm very happy to still be here. At this time, I'd like to introduce some of our reporting staff, a lot of people you've seen out in the events throughout the community. We'll start here on the left. We have Limor Shlomoff, Cindy San Luis, Kate Larson, Michelle Tucker, and Mary Marshall. This is about half of our reporting staff that could make it here tonight. And I'll let Debbie Shantos introduce our camera operators and editors. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Debbie Shantos, as Chris said, and I'm the senior editor, and thank you, Mayor, for the young people comment. Our senior photog is Eric Chavez, Paul Knapp, also known as Paul Rogers when he does his reporting, and Francisco Castillo. And we are missing Alonzo Gonzalez and Norma Gilbrook, who is also one of our photographers.
I know our reporters are very shy, but most of the reporters are actually working at places like Channel 2, Channel 9, Channel 7, where they are either interns or have regular jobs, but they want to be able to get themselves trained to be on the air. And I can tell you that most of them will not be here in about 6 months. They'll be in places like Texas, Montana, California, and Hawthorne has always been a great place to get people started. We've got about 40 people working all over the country, and we want to thank the mayor and the council for allowing us to do the things that we do. I think we're envied a little bit because we actually are allowed to go out and cover things in the community, all the events and everything, as opposed to just the things that the council always does. And we thank you for giving us those tools, and we look forward to continuing our work with you, okay? Thank you.
Well, Larry, as we said at the last council meeting, when you received the Older Larry Award recognition, that you've done a fantastic job putting this together, and you've prepared it for the next generation. And I want to read the part 2, the NATOA Awards, what we've won. I mean, you've swept pretty well. We received the 16th Annual Parks and Rec Golf Tournament, Hawthorne Community Television, 2nd place. The City News, Hawthorne Community Television, 2nd place. Sports Corner, Hawthorne Community Television, 2nd place. And Business Beat, Hawthorne Community Television, 2nd place, with all the 1st place and the 2nd place. And, we get to know these reporters, and we're always sad to see them go, but we'll see them on TV, like on Channel 2 or Channel 4 or Channel 11 as they move. So it's an honor for us that these, we call them our homegrown employees, have done so well. We'd like to come down and sporadically pass out these awards and congratulate all of you. Here.
And Mr. Mayor, we'd like to assure you that Paul and Eric, who always do the city council meetings, even though they are here right in front of you, the cameras are still on downstairs and running.
We can add it with Photoshop.
Thank you very much.
Can I make a comment? Larry? Hey, Bender. Mr. Bender. No, I'd just like to make a comment on your reporters. I think what makes them so good or whatever is that they're relentless. When they go to a function, they chase you until they catch you. You cannot get away. You know, they do so. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pablo.
Thank you. Do we have a short video to show?
No,
Oh, we didn't do the car show video?
you can do that if you want right now.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. We just want to remind everybody that Saturday, this coming Saturday, July 14th, we have the Teen Challenge Car Show. It's our third annual, and Teen Challenge is a big supporter of Hawthorne, and they help a lot of young people and adults that have a battle with drugs and alcohol. I don't know if you can see this. The sponsors that we have this year has been overwhelming. It's giving the business owners an opportunity to participate. We're going to be on Hawthorne Boulevard between El Segundo and 135th Street on the west side. Looks like we'll have well over 300 vehicles or cars that'll be there. We kind of shot a quick promo to get it out in the community, but we'd like to invite everyone to be there for the third annual supporting Teen Challenge. I guess we have a short video.
Hi, I'm Phil Cookus with Teen Challenge,
Hey, and I'm Mayor Guidi, Mayor of the City of Hawthorne.
and we want to invite you to the third annual Teen Challenge Mayor Larry Guidi Car Show.
July 14th from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Hawthorne Boulevard between El Segundo and 135th Street.
There'll be plenty of cars and vendors and really a lot of fun.
Fun for the whole family, and our motto, remember, Hawthorne is the home of the Beach Boys, where hot rodding has started again.
It's going to be a great family event.
Entrance is free on Saturday, July 14th from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. on Hawthorne Boulevard between El Segundo and 135th Street.
We're going to have a lot of cars.
Please come out and support Teen Challenge. You've all been asked officially, so there's no excuses. You weren't invited. And that was all shot here by these young people I think it was last Tuesday, in front of City Hall. So those are just some of the sample of the cars. Next, we have individual council members' reports and recommendations, and we'll begin with Mr. Velez.
Thank you, Mayor. Just have a couple things. One, I want to thank Walt Dixon for bringing this up to our attention. Thursday, July 12th is the 85th anniversary of the city's incorporation. So The city was incorporated back in July 12th of 1922, so we'll be 85 July 12th. So thank you, Walt, for bringing that to our attention. Quick report on the helicopter. We're all anticipating, we've made some decisions up here to put the helicopter back up with the help of the police department, the police chief. But I wanted to give everybody an update on where we're at. The police helicopter passed the FAA inspection in June 2007. Then the helicopter was flown to Whiteman Airport so that all the mechanical parts could be inspected. They go through a thorough inspection. They even inspect them, some of the parts via X-ray, and then they service the parts. During the inspection, I guess some parts were noted to be defective, and so they've sent out for the replacement parts. They've been ordered, and so due to this extra work that was not expected, we are looking at possibility of at the end of July having the helicopter up in the air. So a couple more weeks, if all goes well, we'll have the helicopter back in the air. So that's all I have today. Thank you.
Mr. Catano?
Let's see, what did I do? Well, I tell you, because of the holidays, we had a skeleton crew at the senator's office, so I had Friday off, and see all these things right here? This was my Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my weekend, and even yesterday, so I had a good weekend. Reading and all, whatever, anyway. The only thing I did attend was the Moose Lodge second annual horseshoe tournament. It was very well attended, and that's the only time that I could get out of the house because I live close enough there, so I went over for a little bit, and that's it.
Ms. Lambert?
I was able to get to the Fusion opening on aviation. I don't know, is there anyone here that joined us? The new development? Oh, Francie, you were there? I didn't see you. Fusion? Oh. That's funny because the mayor asked in the audience that day how many people were Hawthorne residents had already bought in the area, and a whole bunch of hands went up, but none of them were Hawthorne residents. They had come and moved from Manhattan Beach, El Segundo, Redondo Beach, and I think there was one from Hermosa. So all these people bringing their spendable money in our city. Maybe you don't like the way they look on the outside, but I got to tell you, they were gorgeous. If you missed it, I invite you to please go over. There's still many models open, and they have sold, did they say 1/3 or 2/3?
They only have 22 left of the 168.
If they're terrible, Francis, everybody loves them. So our tastes are different. But I was very pleased to be there at that one. And then
Francis,
it's my turn, Francie.
don't engage.
Then the other thing is that I want to say congratulations to Mr. Shadbar, because he was with me at a meeting that where we were appealing to the South Bay COG for some extra money for a project that he's doing over on Crenshaw, and he did a fine job in his presentation. So those are the two things that I wanted to tell you about tonight. Thank you.
I want to touch on something with Miss Lambert. We're on the members of COG, and Mrs. Lambert took the lead to make sure we were represented along with Arnie Shadbear. We had recently received from MTA $3.1 million to rebuild Crenshaw. We're trying to reopen Crenshaw between 120th to El Segundo. And Mrs. Lambert is the chair and I'm her alternate, but we were working with Mr. Shadbear to go out, and we were able to get an additional $800,000 to go towards the widening of Crenshaw, since it's becoming a new hub, widening the street, traffic lights. So I want to congratulate Ms. Lambert and Mr. Shadbear for this hard work. So I wanted to cover that with you.
Can I just add something else?
Sure.
Just a quickie on that same thing. I didn't know the gentleman that was in the audience was an aide to Jane Harmon. And I know he wanted to have the last word, because you have to picture this scene. There's a bunch of South Bay City sitting around on a table, and they're all volleying for this amount of money. And I wanted it to finish our project, and his project would have, that 800,000, Larry, would have completed our project. Manhattan Beach wanted that money in the worst way, but their project would have taken another 2 or 3 years. To make a long story short, I made sure I had the last word after he spoke. I just said, well, I've just got one more thing to say. And
it worked.
And it worked. So I'm really happy to have that 800,000. And thank you, Mr. Shadbar. We're a good team.
And we have a good public works director.
Yeah, we sure do.
You know what? I had a couple things handed to me before I walked up here. Fireworks. I know everyone received a lot of fan mail regarding this 4th of July, but I want to tell you, from where I live, from this year to last year, 150% better.
Oh, yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
it was incredible. But you know, it's kind of amazing. We went out with our educational campaign. I mean, you had to be blind if you didn't see all the big illuminated signs, the flyers that went out. I know people in the fireworks stands. We're talking about you can't shoot off fireworks and illegal fireworks. We all know the word illegal means you can't do it. The fireworks related calls for service were 127 last year. Calls for, well, okay, last year was 161. 127 this year and 161 from last year. Shows you already there was less calls. Approximately 200 pounds of illegal fireworks were confiscated. 54 citations were issued. Total amount, this is incredible, $35,000 in tickets were written this year. 0 apparently last year. Out of the 54 citations issued, 33 were for $1,000 each. Only one fire this year. Last year there was 14 fires. So congratulations, Hawthorne PD.
Yeah.
You guys did a great job, and that undercover guy you had did a good job. Did a really good job. And then something really exciting to show you that the city's going in the right direction. 2007, we just received a letter from Rick Arbach, our assessor. We're number 10 of in the evaluation of property values. Out of 88 cities, we hit number 10. Our city assessed value is $5.3 billion. We've increased by last year of $5.5 million between 06 and 07. So our property values in the city have soared. Congratulations to everybody. So that's a good number for us. And a couple simple things. South Bay Ford, I don't know if you've noticed, the big signs went up. They're selling Lincoln and Mercury now. They're going to have, besides Fords, they're going to be selling Lincoln, Mercury. So we'll see also added sales increase of collecting that. And the last thing, I know this is really borderline. This is really borderline Hawthorne, Lawndale. But they just opened a little Italian restaurant on Rosecrans right off of Ramona in that little strip mall. And we ate there last Friday, and it's called Sapporo, or Sapori, you know, taste. Amazing food in this little tiny, must not be more than 100 square feet, maybe sit 7 people, but if you get an opportunity, support this young man. You know, he told me that he's cooked for all the great restaurants. I think his name was Salvador Gutierrez or something, but if you guys want a quality dinner at a good price, you guys need to try this place called Sapori. It's right off of Rosecrans and Ramona in that little strip mall that's part of Lawndale, right across from Piggy's. So I think we need to support this guy because he looks like he's really invested a lot of money, and I usually don't support other than Hawthorne businesses, but I think this is important. So hopefully we'll get out of here early tonight. I was going to go by and get a bowl of spaghetti. So it's very good. With that,
Chair. I just wanted to say something. I had read this memo and you said something that kind of threw me off. You mentioned 5.5 million. It's actually, I don't mean to correct you, but it's $550 million.
$550
that our assessed values have increased. So that's $550 million. And out of 88 cities, they're congratulating because we've made the top 10. So, yeah.
And the last thing I have, I received a petition from the parents between Yukon and Kornblum on 135th Street. It's right next to Zella Davis School, requesting speed humps. So I'd like to, I know we have a priority around schools, that we put speed humps. If we could put this in the right channel to move forward. And with that, Mr. Parsons?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, I want to congratulate the cable people. I've worked very closely with them, and they do the best TV production in South Bay, hands down. So I want to thank them again. And it's really great. You go down to the cable room downstairs, and you see where these reporters who started in Hawthorne are all around the country broadcasting professionally. And it's kind of nice. We have such a great training room for them. Fireworks, I think, is a lot better. I saw some pretty good shows out there, by the way, so we haven't quite got it yet. But we're getting there, I think, and it's nice that the money we got in tickets will go to pay for the extra police officers we had to put out there. So I think it's excellent. So I think that's about all I had. Oh, one thing. We were talking to the manager today about trying to issue press releases on really positive things happening in the city of Hawthorne. And one of them was we've allocated about $400,000 of money towards the Leslie Cepeda project. And we've gone in there and fixed up streets and improved houses. And it's a really good success story. We might want to try to issue press releases for or do something to get some more PR.
Gary, we do. We send out press releases like Car Show, the Italian Festival, motorcycle shows. Larry and Tom do a very good job. I know for a fact that Herb Childs has sent out tremendous amount of press releases on Leslie Cepeda to the Breeze, to the LA Times. The only one who the official Hawthorne newspaper that actually reports stuff for Hawthorne is right here, the Hawthorne Press Tribune. You can tell if it comes out in here, this went to everybody. And we spoke to Herb Wesson about 2 weeks ago because we have another Herb Childs. I'm sorry. We had another dozen press releases go out to everybody, and they didn't write a story about it. So the press releases are going out. Everybody gets a copy of them. I know that Herb Childs, you can pick up the phone and call him. I'll give you an example. Ask Jan Vogel how many press releases he sends out. You never read about all the jobs we're finding for people, welfare to work, the Fit for Gold program, all the scholarships we give. Everybody gets those. So this is not something new. We try, but if it's not, if it's positive, they don't want it. This is our paper. You want to read what's really going on in Hawthorne? There it is. You want to hear about the truth about the budget? There it is.
We spent a lot of money, and we gave a lot of grants to low-income homeowners who fixed their homes up.
But Gary, we are sending out the press releases. Okay. We can't force them to print them. They are getting a copy of them. Okay. All of them are getting.
Can I get a copy of this, Mr. City Manager? All the press releases we've issued. Is it possible that Tom has those or Larry has them?
Sure.
So I'd like to make sure we do get good PR for the good things happening. Okay, that's all I had, Mr. Mayor.
Okay. Terry? Oh.
Yeah, one more thing, since you were talking about fireworks and everything. I guess congratulations to our task force that was up there doing their job. But I live close to Inglewood Avenue. Now, is there any way that our city, our persons can get together with Yvonne Burke's office, the county, and see if they can do anything? Because to me, it didn't make no difference. I mean, because it was war zone. I could have sworn it was right there. I mean, around me. So it didn't matter because they were.
Read the letter to the editor today by a man from Lenox. It's a very good letter to the editor that your concerns were pointed out about. They called the sheriff's department. Nobody'd come out. They'd see him drive by, people shooting mortars. They wouldn't stop and cite him. There's a letter to the editor today in the Daily Breeze about Lenox and the sheriff's station.
Well, I heard that one of the Lenox sheriffs lives in that area where they blocked the street, and he was. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's feasible, possible, or whatever, but I think that Jag, you should look into it, see if combined we can do something to. Yeah, I mean, annex that area. There's somebody working on it. Don't laugh.
Thank you, Mayor. By the way, Gary, the show you saw was LA County area. That's the show you saw.
Well, the show I saw was in Hawthorne. I know what street it was on. So the Wiseburn track had a pretty good one, too, you're referring to.
Yes. Also, I just want to congratulate HCTV for their awards and also thank the task force, the police task force. All week long, I think they were stopping by the stands like every couple hours, making sure everybody was safe, things were all right. And so, again, thank you very much for the support of all the organizations. Thank you.
Angie?
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations again to Larry Bender and the Hawthorne Cable and staff. Real quick, on June 29th, there was a town hall at the Hawthorne Memorial Center in regards to the proposed jet fuel pipeline. It was well attended. Well over 50 people attended that event. There was Bureau of Engineering and Public Utilities Commission that attended. The Assembly member will continue to have those town halls throughout the month of December. Also, this Saturday is a day at the races for the seniors. Any senior who is interested on going to the races could talk with the senior facilities person over at the Hawthorne Municipal Center. Let me just also go back and thank Mark Hardleson for his help that he's made in helping us with organizing the town halls. And also, there's a homeowner, senior, and renter's assistant tax credits that are available. The booklets are available through our office. You can call 310-412-6400, and that should do it, Mayor. Thank you. The Hawthorne, senior homeowner and renter tax credit. 310-412-6400.
Okay. Madam Clerk, please read the guidelines to oral communications.
Thank you, Mayor. Any persons desiring to address the City Council, Community Redevelopment Agency, Parking Authority, and Housing Authority should complete a speaker request card and submit the card to the City Clerk prior to the commencement of the meeting. After obtaining permission to proceed by the presiding officer, speakers should state their full name and address for the record. They then shall state their full business for all governing bodies, briefly and completely, and unless granted further time by a governing body, shall limit their address to 5 minutes. The 5-minute limit should include governing body or staff responses to queries posed by speakers. All remarks shall be addressed to the governing bodies as a body and not to any particular member thereof. The governing body may either dispose of the communication at the close thereof or may refer it to an appropriate administrative officer for study, investigation, report, and/or recommendation. Discussion, if any, shall be by members of the governing body only.
I've received a few cards. I'd like to ask Eddie Chapman. Eddie Chapman, Community Garden. Edie? Maybe Edie, okay. You write so tiny.
Good evening, Mayor and council members. My name is Edie Chapman. My address is 4310 West 132nd Street, Apartment C. I'm here regarding the City of Hawthorne Community Garden. And I would like to request a change in the hours for the community garden in order to give gardeners more flexibility and the opportunity to work in their gardens earlier in the morning before business hours, prior to work, showering and dressing for the day's events and activities, when the weather is most permissible for working outside, to avoid sunburn, skin cancer, and for other medical reasons.
Okay, thank you. Jose Garcia.
Thank you. Really what I wanted to talk about is the specific plan for Prestige Villa. I'm not against housing there. I understand that, from changing it from commercial to high-density residential is a good idea. What I don't like is the specific plan as it's laid out. The tract, the way it is can work, because essentially what it is it's going to have one universal driveway, essentially. And on small developments where it's 6-8 houses all in a row, sharing a driveway is easy. But when they are 2 blocks wide, having a driveway with essentially blind garages going all the way down, if someone's going down there at pick good enough speed, someone's coming out of that driveway, it's a safety issue. Along with that, the community of this size, to not have some sidewalk, some frontage to the homes, really makes it seem like it's not really a community. There needs to be some space so it could look like one of the communities in Hawthorne where it at least has a sidewalk. I mean, no one in their right mind would go around the city ripping up sidewalks just to have a little extra space. And so it really seems that the way it's laid now is it should have at least a little bit of sidewalk so that there can be streets around this community and not simply a shared driveway all the way around, because having those blind garages there seems extremely dangerous. Thank you.
Thank you. Steve Silver.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and members of the council. My name is Stephen Silver. I'm the attorney for the Hawthorne Police Officers Association, and standing next to me is the president of the association, Sean Galindo. My address is 1428 2nd Street, Santa Monica, California. We're here to address item number 16 on the agenda, which appears to be an ordinance, or first reading of an ordinance that is designed to change the current rule regarding reinstatement of individuals who have resigned. Right now, the rule says that an individual may only be reinstated to his former position or her former position if he seeks reinstatement within 2 years after the resignation and it's supported by the department head. The perception of the Police Officers Association is, one, this ordinance was that the city is trying to sneak this ordinance which would change that and expand the time beyond 2 years. No advance notice was given to the Police Association. The contents of the ordinance were not provided. It was purely by fortuitous that they were able to discover it. We have written you a letter, and I won't repeat what's in the letter, just suffice it to say that it's clearly our position that, one, this change or the subject matter clearly impacts the terms and conditions of employment of police officers represented by the association, would involve a material change, and under the terms of the current contract between the city and the association, the city has waived its right to make any unilateral changes in wages, hours, or working conditions. I would hope that we do not have to get into a legal battle over this because the only people who are going to benefit from that are people like me, the lawyers, and I don't think that's good for anybody. What's more important, and I think what the association wants me to communicate tonight, is that the apparent motivation for this proposed ordinance is a desire on the part of the chief of police to bring back an individual who used to be a police sergeant who voluntarily resigned more than 2 years ago and bring him back as a sergeant. What we don't understand is why in the world would the chief of police want to expose somebody to that situation where he's being brought back and is going to fill a vacant position that right now should be filled by current employees who chose to be loyal to the city, to remain employed by the city, who didn't relinquish their rights, and who are on the promotional, who've successfully passed a promotional examination and are on the list, and who otherwise would be promoted. And it's just a slap in the face to those loyal individuals who have stuck by the city for the chief to want to take away a promotional opportunity from one of them and give it to somebody who chose to depart from employment with the city. So I would strongly urge you to nip this potential serious problem in the bud by declining to pursue this ordinance and putting your faith in the officers who have been loyal, who have devoted their lives to serving the citizens of Hawthorne, and give them the chance to pursue their career advancement opportunities. Show them that you appreciate what they've done and that you value their services. And I would strongly urge you to abandon this effort to bypass the normal promotional selection process. Thank you.
Thank you. Pat Donaldson.
Good evening. My name is Patricia Donaldson. I'm the owner of Abacus Security Services in the city of Hawthorne and the president of the Hawthorne Chamber of Commerce. I'm here to speak for about 1 minute on the RFK. People have said to me, well, we need a hospital. Yes, we do, but there's no hospital that's going to come back to this city or to really any cities in the surrounding areas, according to the state of California. This project will boost revenues, even more revenues in the city of Hawthorne. And we do get a lot of phone calls at the chamber of people that are wanting to move into new homes, and they're hearing that new homes are being built in the city of Hawthorne, and they'd like to know where they're being built at, which I personally think that it's a very good thing for the city. So I am absolutely for this project of RFK. So is the chamber, and so is several service clubs and businesses in the city of Hawthorne. Thank you very much.
Gordon Migo.
Hello, my name is Gordon Michael Migo, 4535 West 141st Street in Hawthorne. I'm going to speak on the Prestige Villas, the proposed housing development. In January of 2007, I spoke before the Hawthorne City Council, and in May and June of 2007, I spoke before the Hawthorne Planning Commission about a proposed 128-unit housing development of single-family detached homes with the name of Prestige Villas, formerly known as Ramona Gardens, on an 80-acre site of the former Robert F. Kennedy Medical Center. The owner and developer of the project seeks the approval of a specific plan that will be contrary to the basic requirements of the Hawthorne building codes, which the vast majority of property owners in the city must abide by in the construction of new or major renovations of existing homes, businesses, and so forth. The name of the housing development conjures up the idea of classy homes with all the expected amenities. Unfortunately, the project does not live up to its name, with certain aspects of the design having an austere look and a sparse layout. From the perspective of a potential owner, the homes would not really be as attractive to upper middle class families, especially with the current downturn in the real estate market across the United States. Prestige Villas seems more like a condominium project than a single-family detached home project, which is illustrated by the following items. 1, there are not any sidewalks in front of the homes along any of the streets for individuals to leisurely stroll in a safe manner throughout the neighborhood. 2, there is a lack of landscaped areas next to the curbs along the streets for the planting of trees, which would provide beauty and oxygen to the surroundings, as well as a habitat for birds, butterflies, and so forth in the community. 3, there is only about 300 square feet of yard space around the homes, which is considerably less than is usually found in other existing neighborhoods, and is not mitigated by the common area of equal size within the project. 4, there are insufficient number of windows on the homes, which will obviously restrict the amount of outside air and natural light into, and will certainly detract from the looks of the building. 5, there are limited choices of colors for the exterior walls and trim on the Mediterranean style homes, which will be painted in two-tone colors, in some cases clash with each other or are simply unattractive. 6, there is an unnecessarily high density of the project, which will have 16 units per acre, excuse me, as compared to the average of 10 to 12 units per acre in the Holly Glen, Ramona, Holly Park, and Bodger Park neighborhoods. At previous meetings of the Hawthorne City Council and Planning Commission, I have spoken about the necessity of maintaining the property of the former RFK Medical Center as a site for another hospital complex. For a city the size and stature of Hawthorne, it needs to have at least one major hospital. As I stated at a public hearing at the Los Angeles County Emergency Medical Services Commission on November 1st, 2006, I said we cannot afford to lose any more public hospitals with ER and trauma centers, which have been reduced from 23 to 9 since the mid-1990s. Of course, privately owned hospitals are affected by the same financial costs, especially with uninsured patients. Obviously, when the natural disasters strikes, an urban conflict occurs, or some other major catastrophe happens, our elected and appointed officials in government may find that our health care system will be greatly overwhelmed by the enormous number of casualties. In conclusion, it would be in the best interest of Hawthorne residents to reject the proposed housing development that is called Prestige Villas, based upon reasonable objections and serious concerns. Thank you.
Don Harris. Don Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. My name is Don Harris. I'm at 5412 134th Place in Hawthorne, and I'm here tonight to speak in favor of the Prestige Villas project. There's a couple of issues. Number one, yes, we do mourn the loss of a hospital in the city, and anytime a hospital closes, we mourn the loss of that facility. But this hospital has been closed for quite some time. There has been at least 2 or 3 attempts at doctors' groups trying to buy the hospital, different organizations trying to put together some kind of a plan to salvage the hospital, to no avail. So the property sits vacant, and it's being rented out to movie studios right now for filming of movies. But I think we in the city need to come to terms with the fact that we lost the hospital. The Daughters of Charity, the Catholic Church, which is has all the money in the world, they did not and could not, would not keep it open because it was losing them money. And unfortunately, the hospital is a business, and we just have to come to grips in the city with the loss of this facility. And moving on from that to the proposal of the Prestige Villas housing project. Today I went online and I got 2 news reports, one from Reuters and one from CBS News, and they're reporting a projected 75% growth in the state of California by the year 2050, where we have 36 million residents in the state now. They're projecting increase to 60 million. So this is a change that will happen whether we choose to participate in this change or not. So I think that the past in the city, we have shown with the increase in businesses coming into the city, industry, car dealers, the city is becoming a very attractive place for residences, for home buyers to come in. So with this Prestige Villas, I think this will attract at the prices, I believe they start at like $529 to $550. I think this is a very good opportunity for Hawthorne to be on the leading edge and to attract the type of home buyers that we would want to have as citizens to come into our city, to plant roots down here, invest in our city, and continue the move forward that we hear tonight. Cable TV is winning awards. We're putting our helicopter back in the air.